Okay, it's 8:30, so we'll call the meeting to order for the Brookings County Commission for Tuesday, October 10th, 2023. Please rise for the pledge. Number 3 on the agenda is an invitation for a citizen to schedule a time on the commission agenda for an item not listed. There's a 5-minute time period per person. Anyone wanting to speak during this agenda item must sign in prior to the start of the meeting. No commission action will be taken during the agenda item. Any requested action may be scheduled for a future meeting date. And we have one person signed in, Rick Weibel. Welcome to come forward.
Good morning, Commissioners. What a beautiful fall morning. Isn't this great? So again, thank you for this opportunity to allow the public to come in and talk. I've got 4 topics for you surrounding the elections. One, I want to continue to encourage you to fulfill the request of the county auditor to purchase the software that allows her to decrypt the cast vote records and ballot images so that she can have proper oversight of the elections and proper testing. And as part of that, one of the things that I sent her an email requesting for the next elections so that we can ensure that everything is accurate and secure. One, all of the sample ballots for all of the precincts with one pre-folded as if they were to mail it out. 2, test decks for all precincts to ensure each oval has a unique number assigned to it so that it's not repeated on the ballot. Review the number of folded ballots for each precinct's test batch to ensure that at least 20% or 40 ballots, whichever is greater, of the test deck had standard mailing folds that were evaluated to make sure that those folds don't go over the ovals to potentially create a vote that was not intended. 3, the cast vote records for the test decks. 4, the ballot images for the test decks so that we can review how the folds were interpreted and verify that they've had no impact. 5, log files for the test to ensure the count of the ballots are matching with the actual ballot images and the cast vote records. 6, the tabulator printed reports before, such as the 0 report, during and after the test decks are run, so that's 3 of them. Having that will help us set a benchmark for the accuracy standard of the machines. This is a standard that I'm now presenting to the country nationwide, and we're making this request across the country. These are standard practices that are actually part of a requirement since 2005. Most of the country has not been doing it, and so now we're bringing that forward. And with the new testing that the EAC has put forth for version 2.0, it's now on this. So I want to work with the county to make sure that we're prepared for the next version of the machines as they come out. The other thing is that just recently, the State Board of Elections looked at post-election audits. I'm a little disappointed that they went away from the Secretary of State's recommendation of hand counting, which actually has in statute voter intent as part of their review. They then now went to what's called a manual count that sets aside voter intent. And that's not really a good evaluation of the machines and the election processes. The other thing that is disappointing is that in our statutes during the laws that were passed last year, for vote centers, they statutorily exclude the absentee precincts. As I've described before, the absentee precincts are actually the ones at most risk because mailed out ballots could potentially have folds that go over the ovals, and the machines can misinterpret that as a vote selection, which could either create a vote that didn't exist or disenfranchise a voter from their original selection and select another candidate and set that vote aside, excluding it. We are also conducting hand count studies now here in the county and in multiple states. We also had Linda Rance come up from Missouri, and she showed us her process that she has in Sioux Falls over the past weekend. And so with everything going on in the world, we are also trying to make sure that we have a proper backup in case there isn't power, storms, whatever the situation. And so understanding the hand count as a viable backup, but also being ready for post-election audits as well. That type of training we'll be providing free in the spring. So thank you.
All right, thank you. Agenda is number 4, approval of the agenda. Is there a motion to approve?
Move approval. Second.
Discussion, comments, changes? Changes, hearing none. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Same sign, opposed? Motion carries. Number 5 is the consent agenda. We concludes the minutes, travel, education requests, personnel action notices, cellular authorization, human services report. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
Discussion, changes, the additions? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Vanderwall,
Aye.
Bartley,
Aye.
Jensen,
Aye.
Hostler,
Aye.
Krogman,
Aye.
motion carries.
Okay, routine business, approval of the claims. Is there a motion to approve the claims?
Move approval. Second.
Any discussion? Changes, comments? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Bartley,
Aye.
Jensen,
Aye.
Hostler,
Aye.
Vanderwall,
Aye.
Krogman,
Aye.
motion carries.
Next is letter B, department head reports. We'll start with Brian.
As you can see, my update there, I printed off everything but this thing, so I'm gonna have to rely on the screen there, but, moving along with the grading projects around town with the BMU projects, right now they're pretty much in the final phases, obviously, waiting on a little bit of grading work and some curb and gutter on 34th, and same with Main Avenue South, doing grading, and all the pipes been removed on the existing. Anticipating getting that hopefully before the snow flies. Brew shop's moving along nice. That'll be part of our road tour, so we get to go look at that Thursday. Aside from that, we've been working on fog sealing. We tried to get oil today, but they didn't have trucks, so we'll work on finishing that tomorrow. And aside from that, mowers are running before the snow flies.
Comments, questions for Brian? All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Sheriff?
Morning.
Morning.
Morning, Sheriff.
Anyway, just a quick, for the jail, this was, these inmate totals was on Friday due to the holiday yesterday and so forth, but it indicates there's 46 in jail. There's actually 53 this morning. So that always fluctuates a little bit. On 24/7, we have 113 participants in the 24/7 program. And as also you can tell, and I know it's kind of small print, but it also in the first page there, it indicates you know, what's coming in from other counties, and also Moody County is our biggest customer along with the U.S. Marshal Service. And we took on Marshal Service prisoners in July. So far to date, just about 300,000 has come in from other counties and the U.S. Marshal Service. So that's helping to pay. Also, last week, and I'm sure you know by the, it was in the paper and so forth, we had a disturbance in the jail, and one of my correction officers that was injured with a concussion and hurt her rib, one rib. Yet she is back to work and so forth, and they did a good job. This happened about 7 in the morning or so forth, but I did have a deputy sheriff and a detective in the office at that time too, but by the time they got back there, actually correction staff had already contained the individual and did a good job, you know, considering I have a lot of new employees. And so they really did a good job. So it's just one of those things, the inmate wanted to go to rec, and walking back from rec just kind of exploded. So it's just one of those that happens. One good thing, it doesn't happen often, but when it does happen, it kind of puts an impact on us. We hired 2 individuals from the Omaha jail, and he was one of the ones, he's the one that got bit. And he was saying that all the time he spent in Omaha, he's in direct supervision. In other words, his desk, correction officer's desk, is right in the pod with the inmates, so he deals with the inmates face to face all day. Then he comes to Brookings, and he's here he's still in training in Brookings, and he gets a hunk taken out of his arm and stuff. So, but anyway, they're doing a good job. Also, when you're bored, which I doubt is too much, I attached a NCIC policy assessment. The FBI was in and conducted an audit, and it's an all-day audit, and who has to be involved with that is my 2 office staff person, Andrew Erickson and Matt Christensen, and they do a good job with this. Is that and this is a month-long process because the FBI notifies us, and we have to pull certain records that we enter into the computer system that goes nationwide, such as all the warrants. And so we have to pull out certain papers and then present them to the FBI to make sure that we're doing things right. And we got dinged in a couple areas, but it wasn't. Overall, it was a good audit. There was 2 employees that hadn't got recertified. Everybody that runs the teletype and does NCIC checks or enters or whatever has to be certified every 2 years. And there was 2 staff that didn't have their 2 years, which is taken care of. So overall, it was a good. It's surprising how much we use every employee that operates. And all the deputy cars have computers, so all of them can run their own license plates, and they can run their own warrant checks. They can run their own about anything they want to. So they all have to be certified, and that's what this policy assessment is the follow-up to make sure that we're in compliance with. Even though the police department is the main source of NCI stuff, it's surprising how much we use this machine. All our pistol permits and so forth. So, and overall, we had a good assessment. So that's good. Anyway, also, October 5th, I went to a training. Tom Manzer has started. I don't know if he started it, but he's in a group that he has formed to help Latino individuals in Brookings County, and there was a training last Thursday on human laboring. A lot of times we're dealing with human sex trafficking and things like this, but this was to do with labor. And there was about 7 individuals there that had been victims of working for people that didn't pay them, and they were here legally. There's different types of visas, and you can get hired by a labor outfit, and they kind of own you because they own that visa. And they talked about, none of them spoke English. There had to be a translator, but this group now is working in Mitchell, and it's a legitimate outfit that they're working for, but before it wasn't. And they've worked in areas of Watertown. They didn't work in Brookings, but they worked in the Watertown area and so forth. And they didn't get paid the money they were supposed to, and that. So that was an interesting training. So, also, our coroner's been busy, and of course, I know that you guys are aware that Dr. Heeb has going to retire January 1st, and he's going to be hard to replace. Right? I'm working on it, and I think he is too. But it's been a tough August, September, October has really been tough on all of us with what's been happening, and. Last week he was called out twice in the night, which is rare, And so it's just been a lot of things going on. Stacy's asked if I kind of write a little job description for coroner, which is kind of hard because it's an elected official, but there are certain criteria by the state, so I am going to put something together for you. So anyway, I'm able to, we're behind on vehicles. My one order was canceled, but I do have 2 Durangos coming in. One's being painted and the other one's done, so they should be coming anytime. And so far, I was able to order 3 Durangos for next year. So anyway, they're a lot cheaper than the Ford Explorer, about $6,000 per car, cheaper. And we have 3 Durangos now, and we've had no issues with them. So when I can save some money, that helps buy some new equipment for the car. So other than that, unless you guys gearing up for Hobo Day. So.
Questions for Sheriff? All right, thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
Bob?
Good morning.
Morning.
We had our building inspection program. They took a look at it, and it's going to need some work done to it at the next budget time. It looks, from looking at the inspection paperwork that was emailed out, looks like the biggest issue is plan review and stuff like that we just need training on. And so we're going to have to take a look and where we can get that type of specialized training and who's looking at the plans and all that. So far, as the inspection of the buildings and all that, that's all good to go. There is a PPCC meeting this Thursday. Our office is moving. I've got boxes literally everywhere downstairs, to include in my office. The pre-disaster mitigation plan, we got that paperwork on Sunday of all times, and it'll be on the next agenda for you to sign. But this year, we're really going to push that we get the participation of the various groups in the county, because we've had a derecho and things like that now. A lot of communities got hit, and people that we need to work with our pre-disaster mitigation plannings, like the sheriff's office, rural electric, rural water, public and private utilities, municipal planning, engineering departments, fire departments, our LEPC, and school districts. So we'll be contacting all of them. We'll be working through first planning district as long as you guys approve it next meeting. And then the big one came. I got a letter in the mail from Department of Transportation. They are inviting us to join the South Dakota 511 program. And I emailed this out, at least I hope I emailed this out to all the commissioners. And I don't know if this one needs action or not to do, but the big thing here is the state, when they close their interstates, the first thing people do is head to the county roads. With this program, whoever you identify as a county commission to say the road can be closed, then that would go on 511 saying the road's closed. If they close the interstate down because you got an inch of ice on it, well, you got an inch of ice on our county roads at the same time. So this is a program that, if you want, we can put it on the agenda and talk about it at the next meeting also, but we're going to have to move on it rather, the winter's coming, so we're going to have to move on it rather quickly. But the big thing is we're going to need a primary point of contact, and then they allow various people to go ahead and add stuff to 511. It's almost like my iPause program, where you're going to have some dedicated training. So whoever you identify to input 511 is going to have some specialized training. It's not a program that you can just arbitrarily go in and close. I can't close the road on my own. If someone has to tell me to close the road, then you would go in and do 511. So, but I'd recommend that we take a serious look at it and join the program, but I would entertain comments like from the sheriff's office and, of course, the highway department. But the need's out there. We've known the need's been out there. the last few years, they've been closing the interstate more in the last 2 or 3 years than I've ever seen since I've been here in 20 years. So I think this is a program we need to join and jump on. Any recommendations on that?
Thoughts?
I guess my thought is simply, as you said, the sheriff, the highway department, those two need to weigh in and read this in its entirety and come up with a recommendation along with yours that we should participate and how we're going to participate and what it might cost us to participate and what it might do to the traffic in the county when you shut everything down.
I don't think there's going to be any additional cost, except whatever training you have to send people to, and I don't know where that would be, but
I know it becomes a difficult thing to shut the entire county down because the interstate closed. So it needs to be a discussion of how you do it. If the interstate closes, yeah, personally, I can get around most of the time. Probably should.
that's a
but-
that's a dangerous word right there that you just said,
Sure,
the word
exactly.
most.
So again, I think it needs a review by both the sheriff's department and the highway department.
We will
They're-
do
they're
that,
gonna
and
be-
then we'll go ahead and I'll have request that it be put on the agenda for the next
That'd be
meeting.
appropriate and give these people
And
time to
I'll
weigh
get
in.
input from the highway and sheriffs, and we'll go for, as far as inputting the information in the 511, I could do that as part of emergency management, in my opinion, but that would be up to the commission on what you would want. Any other questions?
Bob, when they close the interstate, other state roads within the county, are they intending to close them also?
It's typically when they close the interstate, I believe the state roads are also closed.
That's when they issue a no travel advisory.
Very seldom they say.
But they're not closed, they're just
closed,
travel
closed
advised.
On the secondary.
The secondary
highway.
roads are typically just covered by the no travel advisory.
But right now, 511, they don't put that in there for any county roads or any secondary roads except the state roads. This would allow us to go ahead and, if the highway department recommends no travel, or if they're not out plowing, period, then we can put it on 511 at our level. So, very good, thank you.
All right, thank you.
I'll give you guys attendance since the last meeting that I attended, which was August 8th. We've had 227 into the archery range and 388 in the gun range, as well as we've held 77 events. The events and programming we've been doing, JOAD, which is Junior Olympic Archery Development, it's kind of the in-house archery instructors for the facility, has started its fall session. We're still planning those 2 big archery shoots that we've routinely done. Hopefully they're annual, December and March. So working on those with them. We're doing a little craft fair. We did our rummage sale in the spring, and it went very good, so people requested we try one of these. So August 21st, we're going to do a craft fair in the archery range. Our decoy trailer has been used quite a bit. I just want to let people know that that's a free loaner trailer. You just call us and set up a time, and you get to take the trailer. We just take a copy of your driver's license, hunting license, and then insurance for your vehicle. And you got blinds, decoys, silhouettes, everything you need to go out hunting. Geese. Down the road, they may put some duck decoys in there. But right now, you can geese hunt pretty easy. Another event that we did was an auction, so just added another new event to the list of things we've been doing in the archery range, just to try to bring more people into the building. I've attached a picture of the 3D targets that we've set up. We've had a lot of requests of people that want to shoot something rather than paper, so we got our 3D targets with some deer and raccoons and that kind of stuff, so that's fun for people to come in and do. The interns, 2 new interns this year, Alex and Jason, they've been doing great. That is our collaboration with the city, and they've done fishing, archery. We did an intro to trapping. They're doing nature walks, so they're using our building as well as the Larson Nature Center and the great resource out there, the nature park, and doing all sorts of programming. That's free to the public. Just want to let everybody know that. We did work with the city to get a sign on 20th Street on the new interchange to direct people to 4-H offices, game fish and parks, and our building as well. So hopefully that goes up for snowflies. I've attached a picture of that as well and the location of where it's going. Some maintenance things we've been working on. Just getting our HVAC units up to par. We had a couple units that needed some work this summer, so we fixed those. Banco was out and serviced our fire alarm panel, so we're up to date on that. We did remove some trees out front, as approved by you guys in the board, our advisory board, and added the sculpture of the arrows. It looks pretty cool out there. Working on the train preventative maintenance for the next 3 years, which is in the action item in the agenda later on. Our storage office project is underway. I've also attached a picture of that just to kind of give you guys a heads up. We are behind schedule a little bit, waiting on the electrician now, but hopefully keep that going. Our grant, we applied for another grant with Game Fish and Parks. It's also in the agenda, working on that. And then price changes. The advisory board and myself and the building, we've been working on some price changes to increase a little bit in 2024. And those are also in your guys' packet. Other than that, you guys have any questions for me at all?
Questions, Justin? No? All right, thank you. Finance Office, be it noted item for the August Highway Department expenditures report for the minutes. We're a few minutes away from our scheduled 9 o'clock, so we'll go to regular business. Number 8 here, letter A, action to approve resolution 23-43, resolution supporting Operation Green Light for veterans. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second? Is there a second? Okay, second. Discussion, comments?
I believe we did this last year. This is a NACO initiative. It basically is asking residents to light up their homes in honor of veterans with green lights during the week of Veterans Day. Veterans Day is on a Friday this year, it's on a Saturday, sorry, it's November 11th. So that the week prior to that. And I think we try to do some green lights here at the Government Center as well.
All right. Any further discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Jensen.
Aye.
Hostler.
Aye.
Vanderwall.
Aye.
Bartley.
Aye.
Krogman.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Letter B is an action to approve resolution 23-44, a plat of blocks 1 and 2, Lexi Lynn addition in the southeast quarter of section 26, township 109 north, range 48 west, the 5th prime meridian, Brookings County, South Dakota. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion approved. Second.
Discussion, comments?
This was heard at the October Planning and Zoning meeting, passed unanimously with a recommendation this board approves it.
All right. Any further discussion or comments? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Hostler.
Aye.
Vanderwall.
Aye.
Bartley.
Aye.
Jensen.
Aye.
Krogman.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Letter C, action to approve resolution 23-45, a plat of lot 47A of the first edition of Lake Ponset Heights subdivision in lot 2, section 5, township 112 north, range 52 west, and 5th PM, Brookings County, South Dakota. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, comments?
This one was also heard in the October Planning meeting, passed unanimously and sent to this board with a recommendation you approve it.
Okay. Any further comments? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Vanderwall.
Aye.
Bartley.
Aye.
Jensen.
Aye.
Hostler.
Aye.
Krogman.
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right. Next one is Department of Health. We'll hold off on that one. We'll go to our scheduled agenda items here. It's 9 o'clock on there. So first of our scheduled agenda items is letter A, a second reading and public hearing on ordinance 2023-01, an ordinance entitled an ordinance for the amendment of ordinance 2015-03, which readopted in 1997, revised zoning ordinances as amended. Article 4, Chapter 4.02, Commercial/Industrial Districts, Section 4.02.01, Permitted Uses, and Section 4.02 of Commercial Uses, adopted in Ordinance 2018-03. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion approved. Second.
Okay, we will open this to the public hearing now. Are there any proponents for this? Is there any proponents? Okay, are there any opponents? Any opponents to this? Hearing none, we'll close the public hearing and open it up to comments.
Yes, this is more of a cleanup thing. As you can see up there by the striking where it says permitted uses in the agricultural district, This being a commercial district, we need to take out the residential type, anything dealing with the residential. We want to keep it commercial. And then the other change is just basically changing the word livestock sales from an auction barn to a slaughterhouse. And that was done on the recommendation of the first planning district.
Discussion.
And it was passed by the Brookings County Planning Commission and sent to this board with the recommendation you approve it.
Any discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Bartley?
Aye.
Jensen?
Aye.
Hostler?
Aye.
Vanderwall?
Aye.
Krogman?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Letter B of our scheduled agenda items is a public hearing and action to approve the 5-year highway bridge improvement plan. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion approved.
Second.
Second. Okay, we will open this up for a public hearing. All proponents, please come forward. Is there any opponents? Seeing none, we'll close the public hearing and open it for comments and discussion. Comments or discussion? Brian, anything?
Brian, you stated before that all townships were made aware of the plan.
Yeah, you can see later on in the attachment there, letters were sent to each chair of the township, of all townships located within Brookings County.
All right. Any further discussion?
And there is a sign-in sheet coming around, so everyone that's here needs to sign that. It's coming around, there's a pen on it.
As long as you're a citizen of Brookings County.
All right. Any further discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Jensen?
Aye.
Hostler?
Aye.
Vanderwall?
Aye.
Bartley?
Aye.
Krogman?
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right, letter C is a request from Heath Thompson of Kingbrook Rural Water. Discussion and possible action on a hazard mitigation grant for Kingbrook Rural Water's Sinai Booster Generator Construction Project. We'll just start with discussion now, and we'll see if a motion comes from this. So, Heath, is Heath here? Yep.
Morning, thank you
Morning.
for taking the time to see me.
Yep. Heath, introduce yourself, and then the speaker's right, or the microphone there.
All right, I'm Heath Thompson, the general manager for Kingbrook Rural Water. We submitted an application, I guess, to request Brookings County to submit an application on our behalf to the Hazard Mitigation Program for a standby generator at the Sinai Booster. We've been working with First District, and depending on the movement of this today, I think you can expect them to get a hold of you in November, if you so choose to do that for us.
Okay, so the request is for us to help for the costs, or be a person to submit the grant?
Just to submit it for us, yes. correct.
Okay. And
Not
the grant,
for cost.
and where's the grant going to? Where are we submitting it to?
It would-
Federal?
Yes, it would be the emergency management, yes, for the
Okay.
FEMA monies through them for the hazard mitigation program.
Right, and I see you have like 4 different spots, and you've identified us for the Sinai spot. The other ones, are you going to do grants for the other ones also?
Correct, we're going to put applications in for all of those in the other 3 counties. Correct.
3 different counties in there. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, any questions there? And then if somebody wants to make a motion, you can certainly welcome to do that too.
Make a motion to approve the hazard mitigation grant for Kingbrook Rural Water Sinai Booster Generator Construction Project.
All right,
Second that.
There's a second. Okay, discussion. Questions?
I do believe the actual grant document will be coming from First District for approval at a future meeting as well. But this is just the first step in getting kind of our agreement to move forward.
Correct.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming. Okay, next on our public meeting scheduled agenda is letter D is action to approve the purchase of a generator for the Bruce Fire Hall using commission project funds. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, discussion, comments.
We did receive a letter from the fire chief, Richard Stokes, I believe, and he is here if you have any questions. The other piece of this is in your packet. I also included kind of where we are to date with our commission projects funds, just shy of 900,000 left to allocate.
Further discussion, comments? So the request is for the remaining balance of 28.5. That's the motion to do that, okay. Any further discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Hostler,
Aye.
Vanderwall,
Aye.
Bartley,
Aye.
Jensen,
Aye.
Krogman,
Aye.
motion carries.
Thank you. All right, we'll move back into regular business. And letter D is an action to approve agreement 23-55, a State of South Dakota Department of Health, Division of Family and Community Health sub-recipient agreement. Is there a motion to approve?
Move to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second. Discussion, comments?
This contract is pretty straightforward. There really aren't any major changes. I know they're making some changes at Wiccan Community Health. This one was pretty straightforward, no big changes. I'm comfortable with us moving forward with this contract that is presented today. There may be some other changes coming down the pipe here in the future. This indicates an increase of $714 over last year's contract.
All right, any further discussion or comments? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Vanderwall,
Aye.
Bartley,
Aye.
Jensen,
Aye.
Hostler,
Aye.
Krogman,
Aye.
motion carries.
Letter E is action to approve agreement 23-56, a contract for supply of road salt between Brookings County, the City of Brookings, and Blackstrap, Inc. of Nehi, Nebraska. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion approved.
Second.
Discussion, comments?
Prices are down.
That's good.
Availability there?
Yeah.
All right. Any other further comments or discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Bartley,
Aye.
Jensen,
Aye.
Hostler,
Aye.
Vanderwall,
Aye.
Krogman,
Aye.
motion carries.
Letter F is an action to approve agreement 23-57, an application for occupancy of right-of-way and county highways made by Sioux Valley Energy in Argo Township. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Approve.
Second. Discussion, comments?
Pretty straightforward.
Okay. Discussion, hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Letter G is an action to approve agreement -23-58, agreement for administrative assistance between Brookings County, Brookings Behavioral Health and Wellness, and the First District Association of Local Governments. Is there a motion to approve?
Move approval.
Second.
Discussion. Comments?
This is part of another step in that CDBG grant process.
All right. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Letter H is an action to approve agreement 23-59, a State of South Dakota Department of Game Fish and Parks agreement between the Brookings County Outdoor Adventure Center and the GF&P Wildlife Division to enhance the existing indoor shooting range. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion, comments?
Same grant we got last year. We pay for everything up front, and then they reimburse us 75%. Offset some of those costs. What we're looking for this year is the dynamic filters again in the gun range, and then to reseal the floor in the gun range.
All right, any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. And then on letter one, let me see, letter one under H is action to approve agreement 23-60, public use agreement for Brookings County Outdoor Adventure Center. Is there a motion to approve?
Move approval.
Second.
Discussion.
Just allowing them to use the facility, and they schedule with us like the interns and all that kind of stuff.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right, letter I, action to approve agreement 23-61, an agreement with Train US Inc. for continuation of our HVAC services at the Brookings County Outdoor Adventure Center. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion.
Brought this to the attention of the advisory board. They thought it was a good idea to continue this with Train, another 3-year deal, 2024 to 2026. And as you can see under the contract year, the gun range dynamic filters, that's $8,100. That's included in the total agreement fee. That's not on top of that. So the total would be the $22,704. And that's one-stop shop. That's the programming, the visual checks, quarterly filters with the dynamic filters. And then we do get a discount in additional, like if they come up to do labor outside of their preventative maintenance plan on parts and labor. I know we hesitated on the 3-year contract last time, but it's gone over pretty good since 2021, in my opinion.
All right, comments, discussion. Board members, you guys okay with
Just
the
as
Train?
long as, I guess I'd say if it's going good for you and
Yeah.
they're attentive to your request when you call them, I mean,
Yep.
that's the main thing.
Yeah.
And they can get up here and do the work, so.
Yeah, it's been going good. As you can see, it did go up. When we did the 3-year contract in 2021, it was around $20,100, and it's gone up about $400. Those filters, those dynamic filters in the gun range went up a lot, so it actually saved us some money to continue to do the 3-year contract, which is good for the building. But yeah, nothing's, well, I guess the road salt's going down, but nothing at the building's going down for preventive maintenance kind of stuff. But
All right, any further discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Jensen,
Aye.
Hostler,
Aye.
Vanderwall,
Aye.
Bartley,
Aye.
Krogman,
Aye.
motion carries.
thank you.
Thank you. Letter J is action to approve the call for bids for the replacement of the east shed at the Highway Department that was destroyed in the May 2022 derecho. Is there a motion to approve?
Move approval.
Second.
Discussion, comments?
I see I have an error in there, towards the bottom. It'll be, I'll have to correct that before it gets advertised.
That square footage doesn't match what's in the title, 50 by 104, and this says 50 by 60 in the bottom, so we just have to switch that to 50 by 104.
All right,
And we did get an extension on this particular project.
We did.
Both
was
the brews.
requested. I
Yeah,
thought I
both
saw
the
it
brew
there.
shop and the east shed, we did get extensions to spend the FEMA money that we have received.
all right. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Letter K is an action to approve change order number 1 and approve payment for the final contract price for the 2023 Brookings County surfacing project totaling $1,422,438.18. Is there a motion to approve?
So move.
Second.
Discussion.
Stacy, if you scroll to the last page, you guys can see there was some items that are in parentheses, such as flagging and pilot car and traffic control signs. We did not have, we had the road closed, so they didn't need to do that. The additional asphalt, concrete was for around the bridge that we did some guardrail work on. So that's the net change value is 4358.88.
All right. Any further discussion, comments? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Hostler,
Aye.
Vanderwall,
Aye.
Bartley,
Aye.
Jensen,
Aye.
Krogman,
Aye.
motion carries.
Letter L is action to approve an over width, over length, over height permit to Millbank House Movers, Inc. of Millbank, South Dakota. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion approved.
Second. Okay.
These
Discussion.
were, I don't, typically we take care of these in our office. I guess these shouldn't have been on here anyways, so I don't know if we actually have to make a motion on them, but they are on here.
Well, we'll follow through on it. It's on the agenda item stuff, and we have a motion in a second. Any further discussion? But you're okay with it and everything?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Letter M is action to approve the letting authorization for project BRO 8006, parentheses 0021-4, comma, PCN 08F3. Is there a motion to approve?
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, discussion, comments.
This structure is located on 482nd Avenue, down by Kodiak Pork. We met at that bridge last year on a road tour, and now we're moving forward with the next process to let it out for bid.
All right.
So potential for replacement next summer or start late this fall?
I'm guessing by the time we put it out for bid, we'll see what what the contractors are where their workload's at, but I'm guessing it's probably going to be a late fall or early 2025 construction. Late fall of 2024.
So earliest would be a year from now, basically.
Correct.
Okay. All right, any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Letter N is action to approve spending $1,000 for the NACO initiative to establish the National Center for Public Land Counties. Is there a motion to approve?
Move approval.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second. Discussion.
This was discussed at the fall convention. The SDACC Board of Directors for South Dakota, they're asking counties to support this NACO initiative to establish this National Center for Public Land Counties. There was some money that all counties got. I believe they're asking, there was a list of how much every county received in here. Oh my goodness. Oh, maybe not. I thought there was a list of every county that, how much each county received, but our $1,000 would be 1% of the LACTF dollars that the county received. So this is both a request, that from NACO, but also from our state association to pay this to establish this center.
All right, discussion. Discussion. Hearing none, please call the roll.
Vanderwall,
Aye.
Bartley,
Aye.
Jensen,
Aye.
Hostler,
Aye.
Krogman,
Aye.
motion carries.
Letter O is an action to approve automatically supplement for unanticipated expenses incurred and reimbursement made to Brookings County in the amount of $217,508.57 to General Ledger Line 301-4-161-4293, receipt number 006-45019, for FEMA reimbursement for the Bruce Highway Shop. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion approved.
Second.
Discussion, comments?
These are the FEMA dollars that we received for the brew shop from the derecho. This is supplementing the 301 fund to start paying the bills that we are now we'll start seeing for the replacement of the brew shop.
All right, any further comments, discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Letter P is an action to automatically supplement for unanticipated expenses incurred and reimbursement made to Brookings County in the amount of $2,448 to the General Ledger Line 101-4-211-4250, receipt number 00651-007 for insurance reimbursement for vehicle damage. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, comments?
And this is just what that says, just insurance reimbursement for vehicle damage in the sheriff's office.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Letter Q is an action to approve changes to the Brookings County Personnel Manual regarding the ADA Amendment Act and the Pregnant Workers Fairness Act. Is there a motion to approve?
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion, comments?
These are some changes that were suggested by our employment attorney to make with these updated policies that are now in place. So it just kind of changes, updates our language in our personnel manual and just clarify some of that information.
All right, any further discussion, comments? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next on the agenda is number 9, Commission Department Directors Report.
Report, I did include kind of the draft of the 2024 calendar. A couple things to note, June and November, the first meetings are on Thursdays. That's so we can canvass the votes from the primary and the general elections. September, we kind of got off a little bit because our state convention is the 16th, 17th, and 18th out in Rapid City next year. That's the third Tuesday, so I moved this September date around. So we'll have a couple back-to-back meetings. I mean, I'd like to leave October as it is because I will not be here on the 8th more than likely next year. But there's the possibility, if you didn't want back-to-back meetings, to move October around a little bit. But as I mentioned, the 8th I'll be out of town. I think that's really about kind of it, really. Otherwise, it pretty stays true to first and third next year, pretty easily. Any questions or any suggestions or anything you'd like to see changed with this? Okay. We did receive a letter from Minnehaha County about the joint powers agreement for juvenile detention. I know we've had some discussions about that, and then this is our notice of terminating that agreement effective the end of the year. We did also hear from the State Historical Society, where there is an archaeological site now here in Brookings County that's listed on the National Register of Historic Places. That address is restricted due to, for privacy reasons, I suppose, so people aren't out there digging around. I do want to give a quick update. We did start some upgrades to several of our offices. The construction crews were here yesterday when we were closed, so they got some things done. That is Veterans, the Commission Office. The bigger project is in County Development, where equalization will be moving to. That's a pretty major construction project, so that definitely is a construction zone right now. But Register of Deeds and equalization as well had some work done down there. Unfortunately, the glass that was to be installed was a little late in showing up, so they'll be coming later this week to continue to work to install that in those spaces. So, but things are moving, things are underway finally, so that's nice. Other than that, I just have your upcoming dates. This afternoon, as the agenda shows, we'll be coming back at 1 o'clock to do an executive session for department head reviews. Thursday this week is our county road tour. We will meet out at the highway shop, try to take off about 8 o'clock, hopefully get you back by about noon on Thursday, so keep that in mind. Hobo Day this weekend, there was a fall social, Prairie Nightingale Fall Social coming up here on the 16th. Office is closed on the 10th for Veterans Day. I did see that 4-H recognition event is November 14th. That's a Tuesday. I don't have any other information about that. I believe Sonia Mack, the 4-H Youth Program Advisor, will be at our next meeting. hopefully she'll have some more details about that event. And then just some upcoming dates as we get a little bit further out. That's all I have unless you have questions for me.
Questions for Stacy? All right. Next, State's Attorney's Office report. Just left.
He just left.
All right. All right, we'll move on to Commissioner report.
Thank you. A couple of the meetings that were had this past time frame. However, I did go to Arlington on Sunday, October 8th for their fireman feed. Good turnout and good time.
Alrighty. Strategic planning with the city, the county, SDSU, hospital, and the school district, and others. That went well. We just got updated on a few things that people were doing. On the 28th, I attended the first district's meeting. We had an executive board meeting first in the afternoon to go over our contract with our executive director. And after that, we had our board meeting immediately after that. And I was elected the chairman for the upcoming year. After that, we had their annual picnic, which was great barbecued ribs and chicken and good camaraderie. To meet the new staff and talk to the people that we work with over the phone a lot and not necessarily face-to-face a lot. So got an update on our application for funding for the Ivy Center building. It's been submitted. It's there. We will walk it through its process. We don't expect an answer back from the state until late December, early January, but hopefully that'll go well for us. As a reminder of that, today is National Mental Health Day, and as you're aware, the Brookings Behavioral Health has the Ivy Center Foundation fund drive, so if you want to make a donation to their foundation, get a hold of the Mental Health Ivy Center and do that if you can. And that's my report.
All right, thank you. Commissioner Jensen.
On the 19th, also attended the Commissioner Bartley. Good between the schools and the college and the city and the county. On the evening of the 19th, attended the Aurora Firemen's Feed. We had some great steaks there and good camaraderie with everybody. On the 25th, BCOAC Advisory Board meeting. On the 4th, I had a conservation meeting. They're already planning for next summer. With all the storms in the last few years, trees will be in short supply, and they're kind of scrambling to all the nurseries trying to find enough trees to cover all the plantings they have in Brookings County. I believe they said they had about 80-some acres of trees to plant already, so on the books. So they're looking for trees. That's all I have.
All right, Mr. Hostler.
Attended the Aurora First Responder Appreciation. As Commissioner Jensen said, it was well attended. On the 25th, I attended the Outdoor Adventure Center board meeting, and then the 28th, we had our domestic abuse shelter meeting. And that is my report.
All right. I was invited on the 24th caucus to talk about the county and work we're doing here. Beta meeting. So that's what I have. So next on the agenda is number 12, executive session. Law 1-25-2, numbers 1, 3, and 4, personnel, consulting with legal counsel, and contract negotiations. Is there a motion to enter into executive session?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. After we come out of here, we will recess until 1 o'clock, where we will enter into executive session again for personnel, for department head reviews. Thank you.